Alright. There we are. Just one thing I completely forgot to change, if I remember, is that. Why the hell do you always fucking do that? There. It's a minus number and it just changes it to a plus. Plus 10 dB on the fucking computer audio. Yes, no. No, I don't want that loud. If anyone does banana, it's going to completely desiccate their eardrums. Good job. And thank you, Invoxy, for the raid. Oh, way to start things off here. Hope you've been well. That was actually really well timed. So kudos on that as well. I need to get my tab. Where did I put it? Space here. More MC3, indeed. And I'm not dead yet. It's fine. I can carry on doing it. I've almost point 3'd. You probably haven't seen it yet. Well, I don't know what you saw last time, but that's my current PB now. I can respect the grind. Thanks. A lot of people say that, which is weird. Guess it's perseverance. It's always been one of my strong points. I always seem to have to try harder than everybody else, so... You have floopies now. Good. Floopies are good. Where's the thing? There he is. The annoying thing is as well, this PB would have 0.3'd. To compare it to Nick, I just decided to take the very last turn on lap 3 just ridiculously wide. I was comparing it with No Below, the former world record. I think it's actually the first ever record I saw. Actually, on this track was No Below's. But Nick is a much better illustration. How I could have just got a 0.3 and then just took the turn wide, but that's alright. I got quite close. I kind of got close yesterday. I was getting some decent runs and I was feeling okay, so it's good. Nearly off-screened. I still need to just in general get better at that last turn, because you can see he caught right back up there. That's my mini turbo release. My mini turbo into wheelie release, actually. I'm still ahead here, and then no, I don't want one. Not yet. And that's it. That's the story. Right, well, crap. Of course you have to do this. I'm gonna jump straight into it today. No warm-up track. Just purely MC fuck. To the end of time. That'd be nice. Let me just load up something on the side here so I have something to bless my ears. Bless me little ear holes. While I try and do shit. this one. There we go. Hi, Jordan. Give it some. I will try and give it some today. I got kind of close yesterday while I was on a call, actually. Which isn't usually like me. I'm just about to start, so we'll see. We'll see how it treats me. It was treating me well yesterday, though, so I'm optimistic at the moment. But that could all change in a blink of an eye. And hello, Red Yoshi. Yeah, so I got this now. Which I just showed a comparison of this already, so I won't show it again. But it loses to Nick on the very last turn, which means it was probably a 0.3. And I just took the turn super wide. What are you doing this for? Thank you. Alright, let's start then. I will try and do stuff. Doubt I'll PB on this very first attempt though, but it's not entirely impossible. It's never happened in my life though. There you go. Ugh. That was weird. Okay, let's try that. I think I need to change these batteries. Yeah. That's probably a good call. Good thing I figured that out earlier and not later. Always keep spares. Need to remind myself to recharge these ones now. What's the sum of best splits? 281, I think. 118, 281. I'll check. Where are you? I had it open. I had it open like the last 2 days prior, and the minute that someone asks, I don't have it open. Typical. I think it's 281. I know that I actually have the same lap 2 and 3 as each other. And it's not that I'm duplicating it. It's like I actually got the same split for both lap 1 and 2, so they're very consistent. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So lap 1 is a 26.177, and then I have 26.052 is lap 2 and 3. 118.281. That's what I've got at the moment. I am British, yes. If I run an ad, does that give you money because I have no money to give? Supposedly, yes. He's Russian. No! Can't be Russian. Not allowed. Hello, by the way, Jake. Oof. There you go. So there's that ad, and now I can do this. Oh. There. I just sat there and did nothing for 30 seconds. I was watching the thing go down. Hi, Suitblade. Oh yeah, do I have the thing unmuted tonight? The game audio? Pretty sure it's... Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And thank you for the host. I barely just saw that. I assume that was Suitblade, considering he just dropped in. I don't know why it's not telling me about hosts anymore. I get raids, but not hosts. Don't have a clue why. Something's happened with... Well, they changed it with Twitch, I guess. I'm not seeing it on either end. If I just fail the triple, I'll just shroom up and practice the ending. That'd be a good idea. So I need to do that, so I don't fail there later on. I keep forgetting to do that. Thank you. I'll do my best. As usual. Hopefully I can get something out of it for as long as the game's nice enough to give me something. Like a starter boost would be nice. Hello, Colin. I'm alright. Thinking of track hopping for a new track today. Sweet. It's definitely better than sticking with the same one for half your life. So, definitely go for it. Ah! Okay, no, it has to be earlier on. Later on, even. Whew. There we go. Why is this further forward than normal? Mario Kart Wii but nicer. What would that even be? Where I could just play for 5 minutes and get worldwide tops on this track. That probably would have been possible 8, 9 years ago. In fact, I think like at least 5 years ago, my time would be like comparable to the worldwide tops. Maybe 6, 7. It was only recently that Fox went out of that, and that's like just over 0.1 faster. So I still can't get over that, by the way, how much it's just changed on this track, just in tracks in general, actually, but mainly this track, because it's the one I resonate with the most. I don't think I'm going to get worldwide tops, but European tops is definitely not out of the question. Until it's pushed past like 281, which is my best lap splits at the moment, and I probably wouldn't consider it doable anymore. Damn. That was a nice lap. I hit the dirt on the very last turn, so that cost it being a 0.1. I think I've properly grinded this track since... God, I don't even know when. Late 2016. Well, I was actively spending hours of my time playing it. But I've been playing it for longer than that, I think. Let's finish a run. Nice. No, you just need to give it a bit more time, Suplate. Or maybe create your own track to play. Who knows? I have debated that, actually. Making my own track, but you just can't really please everybody when you make something, so and I alone would certainly not know enough of what I'm doing to do a good job as such. MC3? No, that's not my calling. Hello, Lord Soup, by the way. The Soup twins are back in the house. Thinking of making Wii U Mario Circuit as a CT, but I don't know how to make a CT. I mean, considering that the track technically has a model that already exists in another game, you can arguably just port it, but I would say that's probably harder than creating it by hand. I have no idea how that stuff works. especially cross game. Yeah. Because he also got all the anti-grav stuff as well. You literally drive on the back side of the track. So, yeah, as Lord Soup is pretty much the same. So I wouldn't know how that would work. Anti-grav stuff was done on another track here, wasn't it? Not one that was fully upside down, but you have those, like... The only thing that I can think of that would be kind of anti-grav would be, those side walls. Well, that's what walls are. The roads that go up the wall with the boost panels on them. I think it's Castle of Darkness. The one that Infi really likes to play. If anyone knows Infi, or Infi did play that like loads. Oh, Melting Magma Melee has that as well, yeah. It also has a really slidey uphill section as well. Which I can never understand. I don't think I could ever understand how hard I try to see why that exists in the goddamn on the goddamn track. So many things you could have a gripe with it though, but mine is just that slidey uphill section. You could just be like going slightly to the right and you're gonna fall off. You tap to the left and you fly off to the left. It's really weird. Like, no thanks. Delfino Square? It depends on the way you look at it. Delfino Square's a bit of everything, in a way. If you want to get a good time there, you need to both be able to drive well and do a mixture of tech. That was weird. Peach Beach fun to play? Ask Lord Soup. I'll probably say no. It's a mix and match from my perspective because of the goddamn cataquacks. And the what's it called? Is it the coping? It's not really the coping on there. The bit where you kind of exit the beach and go on the stone path. Sometimes it's very different to what you've been playing, Soup played. It's fun to play at decently high level. Really? I thought, like, the higher level you'd get on that track, the less fun it was. MC has about 1 billion shroom strats. It has, like, 2. Maybe 3. That was good. 0.1, barely. No. No, not with that angle. It's 3 then. Ramp is additional thing, it doesn't really affect the stream. It affects the split, but probably not the shroom. And it's definitely not worth it if you're just trying to start out on the track. Don't do ramp if you're doing MC. In fact, actually, if you're just going to start doing MC3 Soup played, 111 no ramp is really nice. I like that one. That's how I played the track. I could show you my PB on stream if you really want. It's not great, but like... yeah, fuck the ramp. I mean, come on. It's so much nicer to play without the ramp, honestly. Massive respect to Caleb, though, for doing all of the stuff he's done with that track. He's really taken it quite far. Hi Scorpy, thank you for the good luck. I casually got like a mid 0.4 yesterday while I was on call. It was really weird. I just didn't say anything. And then when I was ending off stream, I was like to the other two, "Oh yeah, I just got a 118.459 earlier." And he was like, "What? You actually finished runs?" Because they just didn't know. I finished like 4. Oh, and I got a low 0.3 missing the last mini turbo, so I think that was a low 0.0 pace lap. So I think it was 26.22 or 23 something, and then a 26.313 with the last mini turbo. Gone. What did that say? Was there a raid? Yes, Invoxy did. a raid. By the way, my SD card is broken, so I can't play CTGP anymore anytime soon. Ah! Right, we need to start a GoFundMe? Wait, is it a GoFundMe? We need to start raising money for Soup to get an SD card. A new SD card. Ooh, a run. Let's take a look at that run. I assume it's a more bullet bike stuff on here. I did not know that Emil pushed the run down, actually. To a 0.4. A low 4, as a matter of fact. Oh, you're back to playing it with Daisy again. 228, 160, 966. Sweet. Yeah, so if I got 228, 060, 066, then I would have the same time as that. And it would piss me off as well, because that would be like 12th European or something. If you and Fatality didn't play the game, play the... What is it? Play the track. And that would have been European tops for me. But to be honest, I prefer it if you got it before than after. So I'm sure you would definitely do so as well. So imagine that if I just got European tops and then like a day later someone just beat me and I was back out. That'd be so discouraging. I'm not back actually. I play for 20 minutes every week or so to de-rust. Considering that that's a de-rust time, I can respect that. Honestly. Your de-rusts are better than my PB by landslides. So, GG to you. Anyways, continuing. Fingers crossed I can 0.3 soon. That's just a target at the moment. Won't worry about European tops just yet. That's a later time. But it's something I still like to strive for. But it will be difficult. I have to beat Jimbo. That's going to be quite interesting. I want that at least at the moment. Okay. Nice. Maybe. Moo Meadows, I'm not too sure. Oh, I could have done flap. That's very true. I could have done that. You reminded me. If I do that again, then that will be flap next. Because actually, you were the one who told me to do it without ramp, weren't you, Scorpy? I think. You came in and I was just playing it for the sake of getting a time there. And then you were just saying, why don't you try it without ramp? And I tried it and it just PB'd instantly. Yeah. I could do Moo Moo. I think that's one of the ones that Lewis suggested as well. Lewis suggested Luigi Circuit, Moo Moo, Daisy Circuit. What else did he suggest? Peach Gardens. Those first 2 turns are very good for your MC3 practice. Is that the section with all the cows before the shroom? The first turn is just a big wide turn. Christ, I don't like this lap. Good. Die. Ah, okay. First 2 mini turbos. Gotcha. Right. I'll keep that in mind. Three followers from 863 followers. Ooh, that's exciting. The 863 follower train. Not 863 follower train. Please just don't do that to me. The 863 follower fun room. And I don't want to gain any more followers. I want it to stay at that number forever. Please, thanks. So, warning for thunderstorms again. Thank you, tablet. Block everyone who follows you from then. Would that actually remove them from following me? I thought that would just, like, stop them from interacting in the chat. It's too far to the right for my liking. It's late. Delete your channel and start from scratch when it goes over. Oh god. Should do that with my YouTube channel. So past 863 ages ago. Carry on. That was the wrong direction. Or change your name to 8630. Yeah. And then I'll never get that number. I still have to delete my YouTube channel though. So I put 2 zeros at the end. Then we're cooking. Just keep adding zeros, yeah. I just have like 20 zeros at the end. To make it 8 billion. 8,630,000,000. And see who wins. Me getting a 0.3 on this track or the world population reaching that number. It'll be a race. 83 billion. Zero. Hey, Travis. Zero. That could have actually worked. I don't know why I restarted that. It's because I clipped the dirt ever so slightly. Okay. That was really strange. Well, this is already a fluke. Yeah, fuck this lap. Do. Delay drift. Ugh. I'm turning the fan on. There we go. Ah, that's much nicer. How long are the runs? How long are the runs? How are the runs? Not too bad. Not really anything of note, really. Driving some decent lap ones, that's about it so far. Same as normal. I don't like that. That ending was really good for what that that triple mini turbo was leading into it. Ha! No! Start up a bread combo. Oh god. So much bread. Baguette. Baguettes are good. I've never had Warburtons before. I think we have hoed this. No, wait, what's the one we've got? Got the 50-50 thing, I think. All I know, it's in yellow paper and it's in the goddamn freezer for some reason. Garlic bread. I had garlic bread the other day. That was nice. So runs are good. Maybe. It depends on what you would define to be good. I wouldn't really define anything to be runs so far, to be honest. More or less attempts. But I need to go for runs more often. That's a good idea. Got to go, I'll be back later if you're still playing. Good luck. Thank you, Lord Soup. Nice. Point one. No. Just lost it. Barely just lost it. Fuck you. That could have been a good lap one, and I just decided to eat all the dirt at the very end. You see, that's what I was talking about at the very last turn. The mini turbo needs to be very good, otherwise you're just like wobble around, kinda. At least I wobble around. It's a terrible description. Why did I hold right there? I ruined that entire alignment. Bread is well good. Aye, yes. Hello again, Souplade. I didn't know you had left. I apologise, but welcome back. I did not PB while you were away. Like I did last time. It's still probably the biggest upside, actually, of the PB. It was literally as you left the stream that I got that 434. It's funny. Funny. Not every time, it was literally that one time. If it happened every time, then whenever you come into the stream, I'd tell you to piss off so I could PB. Still haven't forgiven your brother for that. I'm sure there are worse things that could happen. I mean, if you witness me getting the 0.3, you have to forgive him. Because I think that's probably more worth it. The 434 really isn't anything special. So not special of a PB, I haven't even uploaded it to YouTube. As far as everyone is concerned who just watches my videos on YouTube. As far as they're all concerned, 441 is still my PB. Oh yeah, no one make any bets on me PBing. Terrible idea, by the way. I'll probably disappoint. Last time I made a bet on myself PBing, I lost 60,000 yen to Jacob, so almost that. I still need to give him that entirely. I'm like 50 quid shy of giving him that entirely. But I am a man of my word. And I've given him almost every penny. He just needs to stream. Jacob has not streamed since before his birthday. He needs to stream. I think he doesn't want to stream because he doesn't want me and Bradley to give him something for his birthday. And you know what it would be. I've already said enough to hint of what it would be. I have been. He needs to be live for me to give him the rest. I've been giving him little bits of it over the last 2 years. See your whisper from earlier. It was something to do with Funky Kong and Daisy. I can't quite remember what it was. I did see it though. I thought you were Scorpy messaging me actually, which is I hate to admit, but that's the main reason as to why I opened it in the first place. Because I thought Scorpy had done something like on a track somewhere, and I was like, "Ooh, Scorpy. Scorpy's PB'd somewhere. Let's take a look and see what it is." And went, "Oh no, wait, what is this picture? Oh, it's Soup Plate." It was a meme. C. That was weird. That was so strange. I didn't shake the controller and it gave me a wheelie regardless. I'll take it. That's a 0.1, surely. Close. Oh, you bastard. Oh! Oh, that hurt. Oh. Dead. We'll finish it if we can. Let's get a fast lap 3, huh? Fuck you then. And that's a 0.1. Has to be. There you go. 0.1. It's okay. It's okay. Yep. There's at least one every session, which I'm actually happy about. Until I get a session where I don't get a 0.1 lap 1, then I would consider this as still decent. I'm doing pretty good around the triple mini turbo turn today, which is nice. Hello, Shadow. How are you doing? Also, how was the games with Nilly 896? You finally got to play him, and in 1v1, a 1v1 nonetheless. Sounded like you were really handing it to him from the call, so good job on that one. It's my fault we had lag, but I couldn't do anything about it. But we had fun nonetheless. GG's to 0. That's good. Yeah, lag does suck, especially with things like Smash, but at least it wasn't a massive game ruiner. You owe someone a paragraph. Do you? If you do, I'm not aware of this. I must have missed it from yesterday. Hold on. Hey, someone with Sean, spelt Mike the same way as me, is followed me. That's cool. Jesus Lord, there's so many ads. Yeah. Okay, 21 hours ago, Jake redeemed Shadow SA. You are right. You are right. Mario Raceway Shroom? Is that you asking for where the shroom is? On the track? Or my opinion of the shroom? You won't put your paragraph here until Jake shows up. He has shown up. I don't know if he's still here. Jake, are you still here? Otherwise, yeah. If he just types something again, then yeah. Neil might be just as competitive as Josh is. I only beat him twice in our battles, but I think neither of them were fair. Interesting. Nil, I would actually say, is more competitive, at least regarding Smash Ultimate, because he's got so many more hours on the game than Josh has. At least with Ultimate. Thanks. Thanks. That was really strange. weird. Okay. I never asked Neil what controller he used, but I am very sure he uses GameCube controller like I do. I believe so, yeah. It was definitely noisy enough to be guessed as a GameCube controller at the very least in call. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm actually surprised Bradley didn't pick up his GameCube controller and start bashing it about, hearing Nil make noises with his. Usually he does that when he hears GameCube controllers. I remember the time where I think I streamed like Smash for a couple of times and Bradley was just awkwardly in the call. Is Bradley any good? What, making a controller noise? Or I assume Smash. No. Not really. He doesn't really have an interest in Smash. He plays King DDD and just uses the up smash. That's basically the way that Bradley plays. There's a highlight on Nil's channel from ages back, actually, Shadow, where me, Nil, and Bradley all teamed against Josh. So it was a 3v1. And Bradley's main move was up smash constantly. The thing is as well, that's the one that that was really interesting to me at the time. Josh, I'm pretty sure Josh either tied with us in wins or barely lost to us as a group back then. So he actually did hold his own against us quite easily, but if we just swapped out Bradley with anybody else, then I think he'd probably been a very different story. Sorry, what? Why? Why did you do that? That was literally a slip into no drift. Before I joined this stream tonight, I was recording Pokemon Stadium 2 again after around a month of net getting content from the N64 game. Sweet. Was that the one... I'm pretty sure I've asked this question several times, but wasn't that the one where you just randomly advertised it one day and it had a Pokemon in the thumbnail and I was like, what the hell is that thing? Oh, Christ. Well, there's Jake. Here we go again indeed. Thank you for the host, Chavis. Well, this is going to be interesting. Should make this a bit quieter, because last time translate bitch hurt my ears to listen to. Let's cover that. Oh, I got the alert bit at the end as well. Right, here we go. Enjoy, everyone.
Jake UNC redeemed Jake Intel 2500 Jake UNC. Hey Cyan, I'm going to give you Kentucky Fried Chicken for an extremely late dinner or snack you might say tonight. I'm going to order you the popcorn chicken bucket, which has 80 popcorn chicken nuggets in a bucket.
I have actually had that.
You can eat those while drinking a Pepsi.
I don't
You'll
drink
gain
Pepsi.
about 10 kilograms, but no big deal, eh?
That's good for
This is the
me.
secret strategy for you to PB on SNES Mario Circuit 3 and play Fall Guys. It's the magical way to do it. And after you're done eating the popcorn chicken, you can have the JQNC. Biggest and most lauded burp in history. You can break a Guinness World Record, so it's a win-win. You have to do it for Peter. If you refuse to eat the popcorn chicken and drink the entire bottle of Pepsi, not only will you get back luck for 69 years, but you'll never get your dream goal on SNES Mario Circuit 3.
I don't even know what my dream goal is anymore.
And you won't be able to play Fall Guys. Oh wait, never mind, you're going to play it regardless because of Bradley and I. Ha ha ha. I also see you're getting JQNC.
Oh no.
Too many good lap ones but always fail to something stupid. I mean, Cyan, what the fuck? playing it a bit more on the safe after an insanely good lap is the better strategy versus going for the Tyler triple mini turbo. If you want to kick yourself more in the balls, you should play the new season on Fortnite.
No
Get
way.
some epic victory battle royales and be social. Oh wait, coronavirus. Never mind, cheeky smiley face. Shadow wanting now to do my paragraph I requested last stream, eh? I wonder if he'll ever do the Jake you and seek Jake Intel one day for his own sake. Just a silly paragraph to read is fun, but writing a full essay about nonsense is way more exciting. I have some studying to do and some math homework, so that's fun. Even though school sucks and we're doing face-to-face, we've had no positive tests, which I am very surprised about.
I wish I could say it the
But
same.
you know, if someone gets it, the school is going to go bye-bye for 2 weeks and disinfect everything and make everyone quarantine for 14 days.
Good thing though.
Even on the surfaces, newer chavist, here we go again, TJQNC. The germs only last and stay for about 5 seconds, according to my history teacher.
Really?
He's
No, they
72
don't.
and still doesn't give a fuck about the coronavirus. Well done. Ain't that amazing, Cyan, that my 72-year-old teacher doesn't give a fuck about the coronavirus.
He'll probably die.
At least when I'm not at school, I can still bug Cyan for him to play Fall Guys and be dressed up as a bean and have a lovely time playing Fall Guys on PC and stream it. Oh wait, crap PC, never mind. That concludes my Jake Intel. Ciao. X Shadow the Hedgehog 17X, that thumb.
And now, Russia.
Jake UNC Vakupal 2500 Jake Intel Jake UNC Privacyane Sobirao Sugastiti Bazarenoj Kurisepo Kentucky na Osam Pozdnejuzen Elizakasku Kaktai Moses Skazat Sagodnevacherum, Asobiraus Zakazat Vam Vedro S Kurise S Popcornom V Vedrico Tarogo Est Karini Nagitsov S Popcornom, VY Mizete SSD Zapivar Pepsi, VY Nabarete Ecolo 10 kg off, no nice go Strasnoga, A2 Secrenar Strategia DLA VAS PB RSNES Mario Circuit 3 Igra Fall Guys. A2 Volu Southeast Bounty Sposob Estelat A2, Apostle Togo Kak VY Zakonsai Test Kurichu S Popcorn on VY Mizete JQNC. Samar Gromkai Samar Gromkai Otriska Viestri, VY Mizete Pobot Miravoy Record Geneza Taxi To A2 Besprogri Snar Pobada, VY Dulsni Estelat A2 DLA Pitera. Esli VY Otkazits Est Kurichu S Popcorn on my Vipete VS Ubutalku Pepsi, VY Natolkovanete Udaku Na 69 Let No I Nikogda Ne Dostaniete Chelis Voe Mekti RSNES Mario Circuit 3. Raz VA2 Ne Bilo Bayuzazno, Itai Nace Moses Secretly Fall Guys, Opados Dite Navazno Tai Buzagrat V Nenesmo Tranata Cito My Esbredli Ha 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 Ataxe Visicito Tai Policies JQNC. Sliscom no go Horace Pervi Krugov Novi Segda ne Polukayatsa Cito Taglupo, AMA Viva Dusai and Kakogorina, Nuxa Strategia Pos Ravna New Estrogen Minitur Botage Lera A2 Sigrat Nemnogo Ostrosni Postal Bezum no Horace Go Kruger, Esli VY Hotai Tesse Silni Uderat Siba Per Ajkam. Vam Sledjuet Sigrat V Novum Sezone V Fortnite. Polusita Facheski Pobody V Korolevsky Bitvari Bud Therapsitelio Podozdite Coronavirus Navazno P10 Haset Sakas Zakonkat Mojabzak. Kotorie Zaprajaval V Puzzlenum Potokea. Interesno Stellat Leon Kogda Nibud JQNC. Odnas DJ Kaitel Radi Nego Samoga. Prosto Satat Gloopy Abzak A2 Veselo. No Napasar Pol no Ase na VSU Erandu Gorajdo Intrasni. Umena Estilari Domazdi Zadania Po Matematike Taxito A2 Veselo. Nesmotra Natasito Skolo Otstoy I my Provodum Lishni AV Stretchy. Unazne
Stretchy.
Bilopolazi Teli Testof Simu Arusanudivlan. Novi YZ Any Tesli K2 to Polusitatu Skola Pop Rosietsa Nadivi Nedeli. Prodas Infisarality SEIs Astavan VSR Pomastitsa V Karantina 14 Dene. Days na Povanostin Uachavist. Isnova PJQ and Seek Postlavam Mogo Usatella Istridia. Microbies of at VSA Go Iostoutsera Kolopati Secund, Emu 72 Goda, Emu Dusi Porpevatna Coronavirus, Otlik no Srabitano, Raz V82 Neudavi Telni Cyan, Sito Moamu 72 Letnamu Usatelu Napal Vatna Coronavirus, Pokrajne Mirkogdare Navy Skole AVSESA Mogu Postavit Sonanar Computer Sita Bionigril V Fall Guys. Period of Alsakak Bob I Prekrazno Providil Vrema Agaravi Fall Guys Na Pike I Transli Rorigo, Opadozdite Cert Pike Navars No Narrator Moj Jake I Tel Savasayet Sakau, X Shadow the Hedgehog 17 Next. Ato Bolsoy Palik.
My favourite Shadow the Hedgehog quote. Well, there you go. And it looks like we're just in time for the shadow paragraph as well. You'll get my voice for this one. Oh my god, it's quite long as well. I'm still going to try to restrict my Elgato to retro systems by the time I get my Ava Media that Sean and Nil both suggested. I will be planning to use the current Elgato to hopefully record content from my Nintendo GameCube and Wii Virtual Console, and also use my Ava Media LGP for my Wii U and Switch. I want to try to reclaim N64 and use my Elgato with it, and two of the games I want to record are Mario Kart 64 and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, among a few other Nintendo 64 games. Why did I swap those around like that? There you go. Happy? Good. We're all good. I miss anything important? All cars eat zest. I think my favourite out of everything that was there for the whole thing was when it just randomly said Niagara Fall, guys. Just in the middle of nothing. That was probably the best one there. Anyways, I actually want to go to Niagara Falls one day. When I'm finally done with this track for good, with this game for good, with my life for good, I will go to Niagara Falls. And I'll be there and I'll be like, oh, well here it is, but in person. And that will be it, and then I'll go home. Like my story? Good. It was Google Translate, Shadow. That's actually what it is, I don't know. My ears feel really funny now. Oh, they're two different things. Gotcha. I mean, that would also make sense because they're... It would not make any sense for the two massive companies to collaborate with one another. They would have their own opposing things to one another. Anyways. Sweet lap. That was a sweet lap. Can anyone clip that? I can't clip it. No, don't do that, you stupid thing. Where's my clip button? Why doesn't it work on dashboards? I could clip it myself. I saw it myself. I could have clipped it. Annoying. You're getting close to buying the HD60S. Sweet. I'm debating upgrading to the LGX soon. I have a Media LGX. I'm keeping that actually, so I can look back at it. Doesn't seem like anyone was able to clip it on time. Let's take a look at that back then. Let's see. Triple was good. Hairpin was good, and then I had... I was just slightly further over to the right. That's all that happened. I was slightly further over to the right. I timed everything correctly. I was slightly too far to the right, and I didn't soft drift enough for that angle. That's really annoying. I really hate losing to stuff like that. Sweetie hasn't been here today, no. Alrighty then, Chavis. Thanks for hanging out, I guess. A 122 on this track. I keep thinking you have a much faster time than you do, Suplade. Like, I thought you'd at least have like a 120 by now, but... Not bad. So your PB now ties my Shroomless PB, I guess. It was in the same second category. Yeah, but you said you were trying to beat the Expert Staff Ghost, and you were only losing to it at the Shroom. So I thought you would have some sort of 121. That's me overestimating how the track can be for people at that level. Because I guess to me, I can miss at least 17 mini turbos and probably hit a wall and still beat that Ghost. No one hold me to that though, because I don't actually want to do that. You're still losing to it. I've overestimated your progress. As it seems. I still think that the Expert Staff Ghost on this track should be a low 119. Force everyone to go for the sub 119. Or have the 119, or at least have the 119.6 or 7 that Noki drove with Yoshi. This is a point one. Sweet. You dick. Why the hell did that not work? That was going to be so nice. I must have just done it a bit too preemptively. Ah, well. That was going to be such a nice triple. You had a good lap one for a second. Now you know how I feel. Oh, you bastard. a more accurate link. Was it different to the one that Vivbot gives? What's different about this one then? See, mine actually loads up at all. There we go. Yeah, it's true. It works for me on Google, but the Vivbot link doesn't. Fair enough. And hello, Offie. How are you today? Thank you. I'll actually do something right now. Fuck. Where did that just go? Move up. There we go. The top command is still FC. How insulting. But Soup played as the top chatter according to Nightbot. How interesting. Anyways. That being said, now I should be able to... There we go. So now Vivbot gives the correct link that you shared with me instead, Jake. Not Vivbot, Nightbot. Sweet. Also, what did Offie say? I'm okay. Like any other day, I've done nothing I was meant to do. Any good runs? I've been getting some really decent lap ones. 2.1 lap ones, and that's about it. No PB fails as of yet. I need the toilet. I need the toilet, so I'm going to go to the toilet. All my in my life is to break top 10. It's on your bucket list. How close are you now? I can actually look. You're 14th. You need to overtake Sean. Sean broke the top 10 and he's just been obliterated since then. Let's have Roy. Let's see how much he compares to me. Nightbot is annoying and I don't have chat ports in my stream. Sorry, but I won't allow them. That's entirely fine, Shadow. As long as you're talking about your own stream and not mine, then that's entirely fine. Anyways, I'll be back in like a couple of minutes. And I'm back. Looks like I get my ass handed to me in this PB, huh? Except for this bit. From here, surely it's all downhill. There you go. Can't pass him again now, surely. That distance between me and him there, it's about the same distance me and Tyler are on average from each other going into lap 1. We coming out of lap 1 even. There you go. Yeah, my 4-3-4 is the worst ghost, but that is thanks to you and Bint and Scorpion, Fatality and Tyler. And Vince. So we got... Oh, and Luke as well. So we got 2 Vincent times, 3 Tyler times. We got 2 of Paul. That's 1 Scorpy. It's Fatality. Another Luke. Bint and you. And Paul again. Bint again. A lot. Nick and then myself. I just need to clear these up, so I don't need this or this. That's a good comparison of 0.3 at the very least. I technically don't need this anymore because it's not European tops anymore. I want to keep that just in case I want to race it again. Technically don't need this, but this is probably my all-time favourite time here, so... And I race this Ghost, Tyler's current PB. I technically don't need this, but I like this time. And then there. I'd download your Ghost, but it would be completely pointless me downloading it, Soup Played. It would just be on my SD card, never to be seen, ever, from my console. Because my PB is the slowest time here. So if it doesn't pass that, then it won't be seen. It's the sad truth. Yeah, it's a different poll. That's the Mario Kart Wii's own poll. The reason you download it is because of your me, because you're just like a ladle. I mean, I could just download your me. I don't even need your Ghost. I'm smart. I can do stuff on my own. In fact, I still need to. I still need an excuse to test my theory. Still haven't done that yet. I think I have actually. I think I saw it from your GV2 Ghost. Sweet. Yeah, I would have seen then. I don't remember them like completely off by heart, but I'm pretty sure I'm aware. I don't think Soup Blade was around for the Wii Party U takeover, so he wouldn't have missed your me. He would have missed your me and that. Ugh. Let's warm back up to this. Stop it. You were here for the Mario Party 9 stream, then you missed it. That's the only one you remember. The Wii Party U was before that. Oh yeah, I can't really go too much past 1 AM today, because I actually, like Bradley, need to wake up early tomorrow. My family are going places. Which will probably mean there will also not be a stream tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. No one seems to mind if I just miss a day here every now and then, right? Dessert course. I think that's the one that Bradley and Jake actually helped out with. While on stream. That was the stream we were talking about yesterday when Bradley wanted me to carry on past 4 AM. Because I was still streaming at goddamn 4 AM. So annoying. Wow, okay. I wish I was going places right now. Literally everyone I know at least been gone. I know at least been gone to the beach. I have a weird mindset around the beaches here in the UK, at least now in the especially now in the here in the pandemic. It's just another one of those things typical British people do when the weather gets just a slight bit too warm. They're like, let's all fuck off to the beach, and then they just go down there, and then they leave it in a right state and everything, and you see it on the news like the next day. Massive amounts of people have just fucked off to the beach. They've left it in the right state, and we have to clear it all up. Just all that stuff on the news, and like, oh, every year. I've never actually been to the beach in the UK before. It's just like, I can't trust it. Well, I have been to the beach in the UK, but I mean, I've never like properly been there as if I like the same as when I go to the beach in Cyprus. So I wouldn't be like laying there sunbathing or going into the water or anything. The beach is good, but the beaches in the UK suck. I would rather fly to somewhere else that actually has decent beaches and people that look after them properly than the English ones. I've never... Well, I wouldn't say never, but actually, no. If I ever went to Cornwall or Devon before, it was before my sister was born. So that's well over 19, 20 years ago. In fact, yeah, I think, yeah, actually, it would probably be 20 years ago coming up. That's not a reward. I'm not doing that as a reward. Why would you even feel good about that reward if you got it anyways? I'd be the one going to the beach. And it'd probably be me. It would probably just be for me to just stare out at it in despair and look at it, how a state that it's in. I'd just be like, why? Why have you done this? Ugh. No, I wasn't playing at MC3 at 4 AM. It was We Party You for like 17 hours and then 2 hours on Mario Kart 8. No, 15 hours of We Party You and then 2 showing off all the times that I have downloaded on Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. And Bradley wanted to try and get me to play Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U online. And I was like, no, I'm going to bed. And I had to... Bradley was so insistent of wanting me to play that I had to actually ban him until the next morning, because he was so... it's just annoying at that time. Yeah. That's exactly what I was talking about, Shadow. I always forget that Americans go to different states on holidays. Yeah. The equivalent of like traveling across a state or like through the country in the same country to America is the equivalent of like Britain's going to Spain or Italy or somewhere in the Mediterranean on holiday. It's like Minnesota to Florida is probably the exact same thing, actually. Literally the same distance. In fact, I'm actually wanting to test that out now. Let's take a look. Google Maps. Let's check the distance between somewhere like London. Directions, not from me. Swap. Let's go Barcelona in Spain. That's... I like how my thing's automatically set to public transport. So it's 13 hours by train and bus to Barcelona from London. Let's see how long it will take to get in the car. 15 hours, give or take. Okay. I mean, you can fly there. It's a 2-hour flight. Alright, that's probably a bit easier to take. 2-hour flight from London to Barcelona. Literally just the length of France. Now, let's figure out America. Let's go New York, because that's the first place I saw when I came over here. New York. Directions. What's in America? Miami. No, Miami's not in America, is it? Well, Miami is in America. I mean Florida. What's in fucking Florida? I can already tell it's a lot further away. Miami is in America. In Florida. Stop saying fucking America! It's a 2-hour, 40-minute flight. So New York to Miami is ever so slightly further away than London to Barcelona. And that's the same country. Fuck America. God damn it. Let's check Orlando as well. That might be just slightly closer, right? Two and a half hours. Still further away. There you go then. Information that no one needed to know. But there it is. Oh, Shadow's in Florida himself, so there you go. Yeah, 2-hour flight is good. There you go, Offie. When I PV, shall me and you go to Barcelona, and then I'll give Soupblade money to go and visit Shadow in Florida. And we can all be at the beach in our own respective areas. Tampa Bay area. I actually saw Tampa. It's like just the other side of Florida from Miami on the map. There you go then. UK beaches are only good in good weather. Yeah. And when people leave it in a nice enough state as well. Let's do it. Awesome. Let's PB right now. Let's go. I've actually never been to Spain before. So it'll be a new experience for me as well, going to Barcelona. Beaches in Florida are fun because there's actual regulations for cleaning and taking care of water and the area around it. Yeah, no. I mean, there should be the same sort of thing in the UK. But people being typically British just don't give a shit for the most part. Not that it's the same with everybody, but it's like, that's just Britain, you know. Like, our slogan should just be, we fuck up everything and complain all the time. That's literally the slogan in Britain, I swear to God. Hello, Neptune. I think my analogy's better. Get pissed every weekend at the pub. Oh my God. You see it when the pubs reopened in the lockdown. Everybody was just there and they'll just be like, yay, pubs are back, woo. Come on in, lads, let's go down to the pub. We have about 6 pints between us. Ugh. Pubs always make me feel... Actually, pubs aren't too bad, even to me. I don't drink, so like the only reason as to why I would go there is to eat. Or use the toilet. Orlando is up north from Tampa. Oh, okay. And when there's a big football tournament and the windows are open, I live quite close to a pub. And every 10 minutes, everyone starts screaming because someone scored a goal or whatever. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't think I have it as bad for a pub, but the neighbours, the people that live in the house across from me, so they're on the same estate, not the same road. They're literally like across the garden. If you know what I mean. They are still my neighbours, but they're not on my road. They're on the road next door, and like our gardens are right next to each other. Every, like, now and then, they just throw a massive party, and they're all watching football together. And if the weather's really hot, like, if it's really hot and everything, and they have the windows open, and we have the windows open, I can hear the TVs that they're listening off of. They have them, like, amped up pretty loud, and then I can just hear them shout. And then on top of all that, I'm pretty sure, like, some of them have kids. And they give their kids those shitty plastic horn things that they use in the crowds at football games. And the kids are just running around in the garden and everything, just, like, honking those pieces of shit. Oh my god. I don't think there's anything more annoying. But just irritates me that they're just right next door, and like whenever the weather's good and there's like football on, they just invite a ton of people round. And it's literally like right next door to my house. And they do that shit. And even during, like, when the lockdown regulations were eased a bit so you can see other people in the same household, they had, like, a party every goddamn weekend. It wasn't as bad as when they get together to watch football, but they were still really noisy. And I could hear people swearing and everything as well. Like, there are kids next door, like, actually on my road next door to us, and they're about in the same distance to their garden, and there were like adults in the garden just drinking and swearing and shouting at each other. And like just next door to that there are kids just playing in the garden. It's just ugh. But it's been raining a lot recently, so they ain't had a reason to be in the garden and shout obnoxiously, waiting for the second wave of corona when schools go back. I feel like it's already starting, Alfie. Like, the numbers in hospital have already started to increase, honestly. Like, I just feel like it's about to hit again when the schools go back. And hello, Connor, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't greet you, but welcome. Everyone at the pub, demonic screaming. Hello again, Lord Soup, as well. I've been getting some decent lap ones. No PB fails as such, though, but decent lap ones are good enough for me. Where I live, when kids go to public events, they're like to run around and scream. Oh yeah, no, we got that here as well. There's a park, a massive football park about a 15-20 minute walk away from me, and I can hear it all the way from my house. And my friend that I used to go to school with lives right next to that. And so when we used to call each other on Skype, I could hear like everybody in the playing football from his end. Nothing like putting thousands of teenagers into a building with no marks and no social distancing. Yeah, no, that's that's pretty what's the word? Ignorant, I'd actually say. I want to say it's pretty ignorant. Yeah, as long as you're wearing a mask, then that's probably good. Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, I actually think some kids and teachers are probably going to be smart enough that even though the government say that you don't have to wear a mask or disinfect in schools anymore, the schools are actually going to be a bit smarter than that. They're going to still try and keep things safe. Because there's nothing stopping them from being cleaner, right? If the government was doing that, then that's an absolutely, like, what the fuck move. Like, no, you don't need to clean your hands and wear masks anymore, you bitches. So, I mean, I think some schools are still going to be smart. And even then, there's nothing stopping parents from, or even just the kids choosing themselves to, you know, just wear a mask independently and carry their own little bottle of hand sanitizer around with them to just try and protect themselves. Because what's the school gonna do? Complain that it doesn't comply with their uniform regulations? Anything that does that in a pandemic should be burnt to the ground, honestly. What else has been said? Boris basically says, mask if you want, I don't really care. Oh, idiot. I remember seeing a headline where someone tore a hole in their mask because she couldn't breathe. Like, lol. I mean, it also depends on the mask. Just change the goddamn mask. If you can't breathe through one, then it's clearly a shit mask. I bet some prick students are gonna go around and start coughing in people's faces. That'll be fun. I mean, they're probably gonna get punched if they do that. But to be completely honest, people would do that when I went to school as well. And I actually did do that to someone. Someone on the bus was trying to cough in my face to get me to move over from their friend, and I elbowed them in the nose. Fuck off with that shit. They got me to move, though. I did move, because they didn't want to put up with that shit anymore, but fuck them. Americans suck with masks and COVID and whatever. Yeah. I think everyone here hates school. I'm more than thankful that I've left now. Thank God. see, that's sensible. That is sensible, Superblade. Your school is doing good. At least that's good, though. And that's in America, so wow. Britain's going to practically fall down the stairs with this one at this rate. Well, that's nice then. Hopefully mine handles it well. Can only hope for the best. We'll keep you all updated if I die. Fair enough. Good luck, I guess. You better not forget to tell us when you die. God, no, lyrics. Lyrics, no. Make a chat command in your memory. I feel like it would be better to continue the online classes than making people go back and be in potential danger. It would, but money is sadly more of a concern. If people aren't going to the buildings, the school buildings, then there is money being lost from things like, you know, electric and water companies providing to the school. Teachers aren't going to be earning efficiently enough from the school just doing online lessons. You also got people that maintain the areas, like people in the diners and caretakers. They're doing shit all. People maintaining it as well, like doing maintenance on buildings and stuff. It's just like, even though you're keeping a majority of people safe, and I agree with that, all the pupils are safe and their families are safe, and then their families, like, connections with their family are going to be safe too. Obviously money is more of a concern. Do you know what I mean? I'll post bread every day in Discord server in memory. Nah, we don't need song lyrics. I don't know how the DMCA works. I assume it's only just sound activated, but just in case it runs on lyrics as well. And there's some sort of protocol reading what's said in chat. And it identifies lyrics and that somehow acts under the DMCA then. Though it's probably very unlikely. Because otherwise, you know, if you're going to post the lyrics in like a comment on YouTube for a video, then, you know. But you never know. Ah, boy. Why did you jump? Peter is now impure. Don't you just love it when you take something and make it impure? You can apply that to so many things. Oh god. Right, I'm actually turning the fan off because that's actually cold, like making me feel colder than it is warming, helping me keep cool. Can't stop visualizing his bald head. I mean, you've got a little picture of him on the Peter Award now. The song has no lyrical value. Oh god. No lyrical value, don't do it for me, unfortunately. Bacon grease. Well, bacon grease is quite nice. Especially when it's still on the bacon. Oh my god. Best thing ever. Me and Bradley were talking about bacon sandwiches yesterday, where you keep all the grease on the bacon strips, put it in the bread, and then the grease sinks into the bread. It's like really nice. Hello, Sean. It's not the morning. I haven't woken up yet. Doesn't count. It's like 7 in the evening, Sean time. Maybe slightly later, actually. 9. How are you doing now? It can be nice, but it literally has no value to it. That's enough not to listen to it then. Because considering that I make songs which to me have a lot of value to them, it just feels like something like that would be quite insulting to exist. It's the same Sean. Sean, I actually have some Sean related news for you. I got a follow earlier on stream, and it had Sean in the username. It was Sean _ Mo _ Lester. So we are not alone. We are growing and developing. This is falling over now. Ah! You can't get that out of your head. Listen to something else then. You start school next week. Oh boy. We were already having a conversation about schools. About how it's not necessary, declared by the government, for schools to do their safety precautions for the pandemic. So they're not being told to wear masks, they're not being told to social distance or keep numbers reduced. Not being told to keep hand sanitizer around. They're just being like, fuck off, just go back to school, kiddies. Sixth one better be better than regular shitty school. Are you in the same school? Or have you actually changed school for sixth form? Because chances are sixth form is probably not going to be that much better. My sister starts the second year of sixth form. Second and her last. That was meant to be MC3, by the way. Just listen to the good old MC3 to get your mind off it. I see, that's why that was there. Do you want me to sing the tune? It starts with a bit of pa 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 ma. I'm hating sixth form. Half through though. Halfway. Oh. So you're in the same year as my sister then? Oh god, sixth form. Sixth form is year... Is it year 11 and 12 in school? I don't know how far the grades go up for you in school. It's 12, 13. No, it has to be 12. Shit. Typing with one hand is hard. It's 12, 13. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so year 12, 13, which would be grade 13, 14 for you. If that exists. Sean is only a year older than you are. Jeez. Grade 11, 12 here. Are you sure? Hello again, Offie. Yeah, the American school system confuses me too, but I've had this conversation so many times. But yeah, I think sixth form was brought into place because you used to be able to leave secondary school at 16 if you wanted to. But the government decided to change it because too many students were like, what the hell am I supposed to do with my life? So the sixth form part is your decision to stay in school for another 2 years. Now, college and university in America confuses the shit out of me as well because you have both over there, but they're both not the same thing here. So our universities would be the same as universities and colleges in America, but the colleges are kind of, I guess, replacement schools in a sense. So instead of I kind of lied. You can technically leave school, but you have to stay in education. So what I meant by sixth form being brought into things is before that was in place, you used to be able to leave school and just go out into the world at 16. But the government changed it not too long ago, where you had to stay in school until you're stay in education until you're at least 18. So the sixth form was brought around so you can stay there, or you can go to college and study there instead until you're 18, which is what I did. I didn't go to sixth form. The colleges here also allow for, so if people happen to get expelled from secondary school because they're massive dicks, then college is the place that they would usually go. And if that's ends up not working for them, then they're pretty much a lost cause. Fuck them, I don't know. But yeah. And then colleges would also offer more things that you can get that other than in well, depending on the college, most colleges would offer more courses than you can get in A levels. So, for example, my music performance, in order to study that in college, I had to travel an hour away by train, because the local college here doesn't do that. They did music tech instead, and annoyingly enough, the A levels for music stopped 2 years prior, so I would have actually been able to stay at school and study music performance the same way that I did in college, but they decided to be like, you know what, piss off. And plus, I would have not only been able to just focus on music entirely, I would have had to pick 2 other things as well. Just, sixth form is shit. Doesn't make any sense to me. It's like middle, elementary school, high school, college, uni, but college and uni are the same thing, so you get... Oh, that's a question. Oh. Oh yeah, you can also get apprenticeships. So yeah, I guess that's true, but that's also different to actually getting a job. Wow, everybody's saying so many different things. It's really hard to follow. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean, Offie. But unfortunately, people can't be like that sometimes. They just have enough of school and they're just too obnoxious to be good. Oh, you actually have to pay money to go to college and university in America. The colleges here are community based. So if you're between 16 and 18, you don't have to pay for the courses, but as soon as you're above 18 and you want to apply for a course in a college, then you do have to pay. And it's the same with universities. All universities, you have to pay to be on the courses. Ivy Leagues. Uni is expensive. I wouldn't even be able to afford to go. Even with... like, all my current amount of money that I've saved over the years. I doubt I ever will, to be honest. I've heard many people say it's more of an experience. Oh, then you also have like specific colleges and academies as well. Like my friend Emma studied at a place called ACM here, which is the Academy of Contemporary Music, and she did that for like 5 years. So she was there for, I think she was there for 5 years actually. No, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, then let me think actually. No, I think she went to, okay, no. She was there for 5 years. I'm pretty sure. But she went there for so after she left school, she went there for the equivalent 3 years that I was in my college for, and then an additional like 2. Which covered like the equivalent of doing a uni course, I think. It's confusing. There's just too much stuff. Education, I fucking hate it. I'm not there anymore, so it doesn't matter. Let's all just deal with that, right? And then you have fucking academies again. There's too many things. And yeah, you have the different states and everything as well. What the shit? You have like different schools and everything for that split. That's really strange. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, Offie. I mean, I can kind of understand why people blame social media for that sort of thing. And depending on how people use it for themselves and how they feel towards using it, that can make sense. But it has also been, for the most part in quarantine, the only way that people have been connected with each other. And I've actually been like learning different stuff that way and everything as well. But I think the main reason as to why is that because it's a new thing that's only come around recently, there's a lot of I don't know, I remember reading about it once in an article, not in an article, like an actual proper scientific paper even. It's a study of how human emotions have been manipulated by the existence of social media, because you could be connected to anyone and everyone at any point in time, at any place or location, and that entire instinct of maybe having social anxiety or stress or depression would be a natural instinct in the wild to help keep people safe and help keep people together to survive. And that sort of thing, like if you're not connected as much as you want to, or in quarantine you're kept further away from people, it can have that same effect, I guess. I don't feel like I'm making the same amount of sense. So yeah, we're only talking about the difference between schools in America and the UK. Surely there'd be different in other places as well. We need like Lewis jump in here as well and tell us how school is in his country, because that would be something another. I'm gonna finish for now. We're not really driving anything notable anyway for the last hour, which is a pity, but I need to finish a bit earlier than normal today, so it's probably good that I finish off now. And upload all my shit. And you get to listen to my shit music I made in college while we wait and chat about shit. Certain colleges for certain career paths, like arts in California is School for Animation and Art. There you go then. But ACM is more of a brand because you got one near me. Well, not near me as such, but the closest one to me that Emma went to. I won't disclose its location. And then there's one the other side of London. And then there's one all the way up in Birmingham as well. And then run by the same company. They're all called ACMs, Academy for Contemporary Music. Yeah. America feels like a whole different world. There's actually probably the most similar thing that we have to ourselves. Because even some European countries just across from us, like France and Spain, can be incredibly different to us. But those regions can also be kind of comparable because, you know, you have Scandinavia over here in Europe, which I guess could be looked at quite similarly to Canada. And you have places like Spain and Portugal, which I guess is like Florida, Mexico, areas like that. Geographically, there can be some comparisons there. And same with cultures and things. It's not entirely the same, obviously. And this is definitely an indication to that too, but compared to the rest of the world, America and England and some parts of Europe as well are very similar to each other. The same grade level system. That's probably just an entire American thing then. Oh yeah, no, I know that as well, Lord Suit. Like the entire thing just revolving around fucking tests and what are they called again? You know, just doing like a paper or something. Exam. They're just completely pointless because it's not a test of what you actually know from that subject as much as it is your memory. Because I'm pretty certain if I were to sit any of my GCSE exams again, other than maybe music, I probably would fail all of the rest. Because I only remembered and passed most of my exams purely because it was repeated over and over and over and over again to me within the last few months prior. Literally, like, that's it. That's the only reason as to why I did well. It doesn't take a genius to see that. So why the fuck do we still do that shit? I agree. I agree there. Yeah, no, it's exactly the same here with careers and jobs wise. I'm only pointing out music because that's all I really know, but I'm pretty sure there are arts colleges and universities. Like my friend that I used to do singing with went all the way up near where Bradley is for university purely because that university is more arts based. That's true. That's very true, but that's a very extensive topic. Yeah, Offie made the same point as I did. I don't even think I did English lit. Honestly, I think it was deemed too difficult for me to do by the school. They're like, this guy's a piece of shit. Let's not put him in this class. Oh, Soupblade had to go. Take it easy then, Soupblade. You're probably gone by now, but thanks. If Bobby is driving 30 miles an hour and it's Tuesday and there's a train nearby driving 120 miles an hour which leaves at 4 a.m, how many eggs did Jill have in her pocket at 6 a.m. on Friday? 3. Has to be 3. Just finished my Algebra 2 homework. Oh god, Jake, you're right on time to... We're talking about how pointless music and... Not music. School is. Music's not pointless. Listen to my fucking shit. Oh god, Romeo and Juliet. Why do we even do Shakespeare anymore? Like, with all due respect, he might have revolutionised English. But at the same time, I feel like English has revolutionised since Shakespeare wrote all his plays. So, yeah. There are a few things I did actually enjoy in English. Some of the stuff that we read. But most of it's just so cliche and like everyone does it, so what's the fucking point? I don't blame you, Jake. And we had to watch that goddamn Romeo and Juliet film with fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in it and everything. And it was just so, I couldn't, no one, I swear, either not many people or barely anyone took that seriously. I just did not feel anything for that film. I was like, why does this exist? I mean, Lord Soup, if you ever get job being in customer service and some people just start yelling at you, just start reciting Shakespeare. It'll probably put them off. yeah. Quadratic fucking formula. I don't actually remember what that is. Something to do with some equations. Potential. Well, that's subjective. I mean, if you only listen to the Return Shadow, then that's kind of all I care about. That's the only really good one I have. Everything else is kind of just in the works at the moment. Oh my god. Any potential I had got trampled on, picked up, placed in a test tube, marinated in acid for hours before being grinded up and incinerated before dumping the ashes in the Pacific Ocean. That's... yeah. If I'm honest, geometry is my least favourite math so far yet. It's the math you'll probably use the most in adult life. The only math that I use is probably just doing averages and adding up fucking splits from this game. That's really all I use anymore. Everyone just spent the whole thing talking about how good-looking Leonardo DiCaprio is. He's not even that good-looking, in my opinion. That's just me. I was never taught geometry. I never had that class. Oh yeah, we had to keep re-watching pieces because the teacher wanted to explain stuff. Algebra's not fun. But algebra was one of the things that I could do. So it wasn't a problem for me. The one thing that I really hated in maths, like, this is the thing that I'm pretty sure I've had this conversation before, where maths was really bad for me for majority of my life. So much so that I actually had to spend my entire summer before I started secondary school doing a math booster one-on-one with a teacher at the school. Just to, like, help me understand it and prep for that thing. But somewhere in like year 10 or 11, something just clicked and I just started being better at maths, I guess, is the best thing I could say about it. I don't know how. It just happened. I was just able to think of things a lot quicker. Ironically enough, it kind of lines up with the time where I started playing this game a bit more, so it's a bit strange. But I'd rule it out as a coincidence either way. I wouldn't say that this helps you improve anything by any means, other than maybe the ability to get arthritis much quicker. Which, you know, I've got a left hand that sounds like a cement mixer, but, you know, whatever. But the one thing that I really hated in maths, I just couldn't get the concept of, because it just didn't make any fucking sense to reorder something, was the fucking bid maths or bod maths indices shit. Like, you had to take apart how something was fucking written to then redo it yourself and then find out the answer that way? Why? Like, fucking why? Why can't I just work from it left to right? How it's written in the first place? Either write it the way you want me to figure it out, or don't make me figure it out at all. Fuck that shit. I could never do it. Because I always wanted to do it left to right, like every other fucking thing. But no, you have to rearrange something! Oh! Annoying. I punched myself so hard there that I hit the vein in my right foot with my knuckle. That's how annoyed I am at this shit. I physically hurt myself. You hear me, teachers and fucking shits that decide this thing? You hear this? It's shit. Fucking hell. I hate that. I fucking hate that. My god. German was weird because for the majority of it, honestly, when you had to do homework and everything, I used my good old friend Google Translate to help me translate words. I just didn't care. I just didn't care. Hello, Gabriel MKW. Geometry is the worst math subject. I think I've just proved otherwise in just one foul swoop. You see, that makes sense. I have 5 apples, give away 3, and I have 2. Yeah? Easy peasy. I was similar, Jake. Because I was in the lower maths classes for the majority of the time, and then, like, toward the end of school, when I said I just started understanding it a bit better and picking everything up, I was one of the top in my class. Alrighty then, Shadow. You're probably already left, but thank you, I guess, if you're still around waiting for me to say goodbye. Also, you were actually affected by the pandemic with that sort of thing. Pythagoras trigonometry. Oh god. The thing is, why did you have 2 differentiating things? The closest thing that I could think of with Pythagoras and trigonometry, if I wanted to figure something out, is, you know, because my ladder for my bed is at an angle, so therefore the post at the side of my bed and then the floor make a right angle triangle. You'd use trigonometry or something to, like, you know, figure out the angles, because they add up to 180 degrees altogether. So yeah, I could figure out the length of the ladder, the height of the bed, the distance between the floor and everything in there. I knew one of them. I could figure out the other 2. That's supposedly what Trifagaras and Pyanogatry is. But you know what else would be easier than doing that shit? Using a fucking tape measure. And just measuring the goddamn sides. Like, fuck, I'll just measure one side and then figure the rest out using some wanky equations. No. I'll just measure it all. So yeah, no, that is not that difficult, but it's also just pointless. Just anyone in the real world surely would do that instead of figuring out Pythagoras and trigonometry, surely. Unless it's like literally a massive ass skyscraper triangle. Then no. Yeah, the calculators didn't fucking do it either. The calculator would pretty much do it the same fucking way I would do it. It didn't make any sense. Why did you have to redo it? It doesn't... Ugh, I'm getting so mad about this shit. Yeah. It didn't really originate from them, but I did say that having access to it while doing my German homework did have its perks and amusement. Relationship goals, we've been together for like 4 years and still going strong. Greater than 4. Yeah, I think it's probably... Google Translate. Jesus, how long have I used it for? How long has Google Translate existed for? Google. 14. 28th of April 2006. That's how old Google Translate is. Which means I think at the very earliest I used it in 2008. From what I remember. So 12 years for me, I think. Jeez. Google Translate's older than some people that come up to the stream sometimes. In fact, Google Translate is old enough to have its own Twitch account. Huzzah! Yeah. It's the use it or lose it scenario. Go on, do it for P. Dick Dicker. Yeah. Why the hell would you do that? Just measure it all. Doesn't make any sense. Oh no, not a Google Translate account. Translate account? Twitch account. Ugh. Let's see what's happened today on the MC3s then. I finally caught up on chat. There we go. Scorpy's on the front page. I didn't notice that before. Lewis is 8th worldwide. There's 2 Vincents there. She's got this one. And... oh no. 2 Danes, sorry. This and this. Don't count this one. Piece of shit. That's Dane. So it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. 9th is not here. 9th is Blaze with 881, and then 10th is that. Do you know what's even sadder, Lewis? This one. Not even on the front page anymore here. All the way there. And this is a former world record. Wait. In fact, since Lewis, only 2 people had it up to the 1st sub. I think KNT's actually Axel. Let me take a look. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's Axel. So it went Lewis, Axel, Fox, Firestone, Luke. Literally 1, 2, 3, 4 people had it between Lewis and Luke's times. That's huge. That's not even a proper account. The bot that VivBot just exposed is actually a pretend is a bot account anyways, not even a real account, so it doesn't even matter. It exposes all the fakes. But yeah, that Lewis time, that was a record, was in the top 10. It was like 5th or something when the database was started up. Not even in the top 20 now. Bread tastes like Lewis. I wouldn't know what Lewis tastes like. Anyways. I'm done. Tom is live. What's Tom doing? Sat on the online screen at the moment. The WeMFi screen. Alright. Who else is doing stuff? Casper's playing, Nolan's playing, Luigi. Thriller's playing, I am a piece of shit. Joe Blaze doing regular TTs with Mike. I'll host him. How's that sound? I am not awesome. There are more awesome people in this chat alone than me. Also, we failed. We failed today. Didn't get to 863. We got 862 instead. I cry. But it's okay. Better luck next time, right? Lewis and Peter relationship, you would have to ask Peter whenever he comes in. I don't think Lewis even gets in on the Peter memes. He just keeps telling me that I'm doing my thing wrong. It's just Peter and bread. That's literally all I can see it on my chat. Peter and bread. Anyways, well, ending it off there then. I'm going to finish up. Probably not going to stream tomorrow because I'm going somewhere. In fact, I've already gone half an hour over schedule. So yeah. Take it easy. Wish Joe Blaze good luck on my behalf. And I am not amazing. That is a lie. Like I said before, there are more people in this chat alone that are more amazing than me. Anyways, I'm out. Have a sleep.